So a core part, the Intelligence Bank platform, particularly over the last year, is the ability to make sure that assets you're creating are compliant, brand and legal compliant as they go through that production process. So we've got some great features when it comes to automatically reviewing your content for risk. And that's really important when producing assets, but there's also that next step, and that's making sure that assets that are already live remain compliant. And to help support that, we have introduced a new feature called social media risk reviews. So social media risk reviews enables you to automatically review your live social media content across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Reddit for your specific risks that you're looking for. They can be brand risk, legal risk, compliance risk, and we'll work with you to work out exactly the sort of things that you want to detect. We can do it across paid posts on those channels, but also organic posts on those channels. And we can look back historically as well to see if there are any posts that should not be there, or if they are there, they can be changed. We can do this at any cadence you want. We can do it daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly. It's really up to you, depending on how much depth you want to go and how far you want to go back. What I want to show you today is just the output of that to show you how easy it is to manage all those risks. And what we have here is our social media risk review report, which is an ongoing report that will sit within your platform that gives you access to what those risks are and how you're performing over time. This is our summary page, and this shows you, let's pick a date here. Let's go for May. And this shows you your performance in this specific month, showing us that we found 170 risks across those channels, total risk found, and individual risks of 150, which is down on the previous month. On the right here, we have really easy to understand what are the risks? What are we actually finding? And that allows us to understand where the problems are in our production processes or in our social media process. We can see here that in this situation, we're finding aggressive language that's outside the brown voice, or specific terms that we consider to be too high risk, or missing terms and conditions. But these are entirely up to you. It will work with you to help you understand what are the specific risks that you're finding or that you want to find. Over here, we can look at performance by channel over time. In this situation, we have a bad March, but because of the reports, we've managed to bring that down steadily month on month. And down here, we have even more detail on the specific rules and specific risks that we're finding over different channels. And that'll really help us get an understanding of what's going wrong. Why are we saying things that we shouldn't be saying, and on what channel we're saying those things? This gives us a top level overview, but the important thing here is to be able to actually act on it. And we can go into each individual channel. Let's just pick Facebook. And here we can find the specific risks that were found, the rule that was broken, and then what specific risk it was. The handy thing here is that you can actually click on a URL and it takes you directly to that social media post or social media ad, so that you can actually see it. You can see the problem that was identified and you can take action straight away. All of these reports, you can download them as a CSV or as an Excel file, and that helps you basically manage how you deal with those risks. So you can send them to the owner of that particular channel and get them to take action against whatever has been found.